Welcome everyone to Limitless DXT coverage here at the Austrian Grand Prix in Spielberg in the Styrian Mountains. We're here for round 6 on a Sunday night, of course, back with Justin and 18 grid for this 50% Grand Prix. How you doing, Justin?
I'm doing pretty good, mate. Doing pretty good. I'm actually very excited for the Austrian Grand Prix today. It's actually one of my favorite tracks to both commentate and race on. So it's going to be. We got a lot of big names here today. Big names such as Freedom. We also have his brother Non-Human. Actually, not his teammate today though. But we also have big names like Bugs Bunny, I'm a Gooner, former champion. Like big names today. So it's going to be very, very competitive today at Austria. But I think that's just going to add on to just how incredible this race is going to be today. I'm just really excited at this point.
Let's hope so. We've got an Alpine coming out of the garage. It is Trunders, the first man out on those soft tyres. Not looking like we're going to get any mixed conditions today. At Austria, of course, had a lot of mixed conditions today at Sochi. It was a very interesting race. And make sure to check that out tomorrow with the Pointless Point podcast review, which will be out tomorrow. I can't give you a time, but just keep an eye out by clicking that notification bell, and make sure to like, share and subscribe to these streams at a Limitless DXT coverage for 4 nights a week from Sunday to Wednesday, starting here in Super Sunday Racing and ending on Wednesday night with SRM Esports, which Justin helms the bridge for that one, and obviously here at Austria tonight. I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully better stream quality for you guys tonight, as for the first time streaming on my new PS5. So let's hope there's a big difference in quality. I think I can already tell, and we're going to see if we can have a quality lap here from Trunders, who's just about to start his lap. Justin looking like he's on soft tyres, as I said before as well.
Yep, he is going to be on the softs. He's going to be the first one to actually put in a qualifying time. So we'll just see how he does at the end of this. But looks like NXT Cons will be second, and he's actually using the mediums today. But let's actually look at the Austrian Grand Prix description, basically, as we are at the Red Bull Ring. This lap, we are going to be doing 36 laps here with a short qualifying. 4.318 kilometers long with 10 turns and 3 DRS zones. The first one is going to be right after the first turn, not that right-hand turn, all the way down to turns 2 and 3, that quick hairpin to the second DRS zone, and then the last one is off of the final turn, passing the finish line. But I'm going to say, when it comes to key turns, I think, oh, hold up, NXT Cons spins around turn 6 there, messing up his quali lap. But one thing that we actually got to be looking out for is specifically the actual pit lane. If anyone actually crosses that white line, they will be receiving penalty points today, as we did this at an Austrian Grand Prix. Actually, I believe this was on a Tuesday that we did that.
Yes, it was. As we've just
like
seen Lucas of Germany coming round the final corner to finish his first lap, goes second fastest, and the Sour Pancake takes second place at the championship at the moment, and Bugs Bunny is leading the way in Sunday at the moment. Non-Human goes faster, a 1:04.254 for him, and got more drivers out on their laps. Had another driver set a time there of Chemjazz, who is gone third fastest with a 4:625. Very short lap around here. Con setting a 27, of course, but a not representable time. The Red Bulls 4th and 5th at the moment, with King David setting his first time of the day with a 1:04.689. Sorry.
Whereas actually for me, I'm actually really glad to see that, as he is my teammate for Monday Night Racing. So it's very good to see him get a very good time here at Austria, especially representing it's not his home Grand Prix, but it's kind of the manufacturer's Grand Prix at this point. And Cons has retired I think that is on track. I think he crashed actually. I'm actually gonna see. There is a white car out there. I'm actually gonna go into the cam of non-human. Yeah, he crashed off at the final turn and goes straight into the barrier at DXT Cons. Very upsetting for him. Only sitting at 127. He might be in the back, near the back of the grid today.
Seeing Nemvidic come across the line to start his first lap. He did invalidate before, I think. As we just he's just invalidated again already, so up to turn 2 and now around turn 3 he'd already invalidated and he goes wide anyway. A lot of drivers in the pits, Justin, who have not set a lap time at all yet.
They're probably waiting for the track to clear off so I can get some clean air for their lap time, and that's going to be optimal for them at this point, as the weather here in Austria today is actually really beautiful, especially with the amazing landscape, the mountainside with all those trees behind us. Amazing stuff, amazing stuff. Have you ever actually been to this track actually in real life?
No, I haven't. I've been to 2 circuits. I went to Silverstone this year, not for the Grand Prix. I just went there a few weeks before, and I've been to the Nürburgring as well when I was about 14 on a holiday when we were in Germany, and we just stopped there for a couple of hours. And I've been to Le Mans as well.
Kind of. Well, it looks like you've got definitely more than me. I haven't ever. I don't think the only one I've actually been to was the one in Canada, actually, the Canadian Grand Prix. And that was when I was like around 15. But you could just imagine the view that you would have, especially being on top of the hill near turns 4 and 5 for that second DRS zone. Just hearing those cars roar. But as we're saying, it looks like a lot of drivers are actually coming out of the pits right now. It looks like Apex. King David again, and it also looks like Yo-Yo is coming out of the pits now. Seeing if Yo-Yo can actually get a qualifying lap down and put himself on the grid, but we'll have to check back with him. He's getting his tires warmed up after turn 3.
Just seeing Amir Guna on a lap, obviously on Monday night, the leader, or was before. I think Apex is in the lead of that one now, but certainly it's still right up there as he's now just negotiating turns 7 and 8, and he doesn't do too well.
Yeah, he turned a little bit early there. He turned a little bit early off of, I believe that was turn 7, going almost half of the car on the curb and just messing up his line for turns 8, and it just had a bad exit, so he just threw that. He's probably actually going to pit right now, to be honest. He's probably low on fuel. Well, let's see, any drivers. It looks like we have the second Alfa Romeo in H. Bosworth coming out of the pits now. It's kind of a interesting pit exit at Austria today. Well, not today, but like just the track in general. I actually like the challenging of it, because I've seen so many times where there's been drivers actually going too fast along that pit exit and go straight into the wall. It's been funny to see actually on my end, because I was the one right behind him, but it was a pain because it blocked the whole entire exit.
Yeah. Just watching Yo-Yo on a lap at the moment, and just negotiating turn 6 and down towards the chicane of 7 and 8, which is a really fast chicane. Watch out for track limits on the edge of turn 8 there, and you can come up and over the crest towards turn 9, and in we go now, fast right hand, just flick it in, and we'll get towards turn 10 now. Make sure to watch the exit as you just straddle that curb just a little bit, and goes across the line, goes 9th fastest. Collins is the last man to have set a time. Make sure to get right out of the way of the Red Bull at King David, who had just started his lap. As non-human goes fastest, Justin, it's the battle of the brothers again.
Never disappoints the pair of them. Always it's always been a pleasure to actually watch them race, to be honest, especially with Freedom in France. I believe it was last week, if not the week before. But I'm not going to spoil about what happened there. If you haven't seen it, I would suggest you actually watching it because it was definitely kind of interesting to see. But it looks like Freedom's going to try and see if he can get some redemption and potentially win in this track. I know that he does have the skills to do it.
As we've just seen some advertising boardings being kicked up there by either non-human, well, one of the hash drivers anyway, non-human or dark Stomper, seeing Apex on a lap. King David's just set his second lap there on the soft tyres. We've got 7 minutes and around 45 seconds to go. Apex Finley is about to come across the line now, goes 6th fastest. It's Mercedes 2.6 at the moment, 1 minute 4.383 for the Mercedes man there, and our championship leader in Monday night. Jake Sabre is coming around turn 6 now and into this 7 and 8 chicane. So watch out for track limits. Goes purple in sector 2. Justin looks like he's starting to have a pretty good lap out there potentially.
It looks like there's actually a few cautions going on right now as drivers are letting people go past that are actually on their lap right now. Looks like Cam Jess goes to Jake Sabre, well done,
on
mate.
The medium tires.
On the mediums, that is rapid. Imagine how fast he would be on the softs. All right, let's see. But I was actually looking earlier as you were like a few minutes ago when you were talking about Yo-Yo's lap. It looked like Amaguner actually. Well, I hate to be that guy, but it looks like Amaguner actually crossed the white line coming into the pit lane. If you do that during the race, that'll be an instant 2 penalty points to your name, and you definitely don't want to see that, to be honest. You really don't.
So just watching Dark Stomper, who's just finished his lap. Sorry, Justin, and he's gone 6th fastest with a 1:04.23. Jake Sabre goes fastest on those medium tyres. He's got some pace on him today, this Sunday evening, around the Red Bull Ring, and that is a cracker of a lap there from Jake Sabre. The force was really with him for that one, and he pulls it into first place and provisional pole, and let's see if the two brothers can do anything about that, or the Red Bull driver of King David, or our championship leader in 5th place of Bugs Bunny.
We'll just have to wait and see at that point, but they're still currently in the pits, probably getting some tire changes, probably going into some fresher tires to set another lap time, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. But both Mr. Basil and Boothie has yet to actually set a lap time, and actually Mr. Basil is actually doing a lap time right now, but he has invalidated his lap, so this lap time will go straight into the garbage. I wonder what Boothie's plan here. He has about 5 minutes of qualifying left over, so he does have plenty of time to set a time, but I thought he would actually be on that track already.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little bit late in the day, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. Mr. Basil not really having a good exit off of turn 1, but he's going to try to continue it. I could see him possibly 15th, maybe even 16th today. He's been struggling again compared to the big names of, well, Dark Stomper now setting the fastest lap time, but big names like Dark Stomper, Jake Sabre, Non-Human Freedom, Bugs Bunny, Apex Finley a little bit as he is in 12th place. So he can't really shake up those losing his lead position for Monday Night Racing.
Sorry.
Joe, you there, buddy? Yeah.
Sorry, mate. I was sorry about that, guys. I was just sorting. I had a game downloading. I think it was not great
Oh, it's
for the
giving the
internet. So
notification.
yeah. So I've just paused it. So sorry about that, guys. We've still got plenty of time in the session to see some quicker times. We've got about 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go on the clock. Couldn't see it. That was a good guess when I started saying that. As we see Dark Stomper now take provisional pole on those soft tyres. Didn't catch that. Jake Saver still in a very good position on the front row on those medium tyres. So, what's going to happen with Booty, do we think, Justin?
I think he might go with some sort of strategy here, possibly even purposely probably starting from the back. He's probably if he starts from the back, he's probably going to be anticipating some carnage near the beginning of this Austrian Grand Prix. And it looks like King David is slowing down to give his teammate a little bit of slipstream off of his starting lap. Great communication and great teamwork from them two. But it's also actually helping out on the photographers today. He's going pretty slow, so it's giving a pretty nice focus for these photographers to get a pretty good picture of that Red Bull car as it is at the Red Bull ring. So maybe we're gonna have to come check with one of those photographers later on today to see if we could potentially use that for our thumbnail today.
Yeah, maybe. We're just seeing, don't give away our secrets. We're just we're just seeing Sapangate here come down towards turn 4 in the Red Bull, and let's see if he can put in a better time. He is on a lap. There is no invalidation to speak of just yet, and hopefully not for the end of the lap. He's got a car just ahead of him as he negotiates 7 and 8. He takes that rather nicely, just somewhat misses the apex of turn 7, comes over this crest towards turn 9, instead of flick into turn 9, and the same for turn 10. Just tighten up on the exit though, to be careful of that curb. He takes it really well there, 104.4 to beat, and he doesn't improve there. He was just down on his time, but he potentially might be going again, but he wouldn't be there because he's just invalidated his lap time. But he does have just enough time to get round to start another lap. Got all these drivers on lap. The top, the two Hasses, sorry, are just about to start their final lap. But it looks like everyone else is on their lap and just getting some more viewers into the stream. Welcome along, everyone. We've got a race just about to start. We're just a few minutes away from that, and a couple of minutes from the end of qualifying, as we see Dark Stomper start his final lap and goes round turn 1, the Lauda curve that was so named a couple of years ago after his sad and tragic death at the age of 70. It wasn't so tragic, it was tragic for the Formula 1 world, I suppose. He did have a very good and somewhat lucky life towards the end, obviously having that horrific crash in 76. So had that turn 1 named after him, which I think is rather nice. For seeing King David start his lap, and hopefully he can do a rather nice lap as the checker flag just comes out. And we're going to keep an eye on these Hasses as well, Justin, as these two have not set their final laps yet, and Jake Saver has, so he can't improve from his second place, and Dark Stomper is going faster.
Well, we're gonna have to wait and see. It looks like a Ferrari was blocking non-human there on the turn.
And Dark Stomper has just ruined his lap. Sorry, Justin, at the end of his lap at turn 9, and crosses the line. Got a Mercedes of Freedom, and he is invalidated, so he's not going to go any faster. The next driver to cross the line, is non-human. He's going to come across the line to finish his lap. Doesn't improve, stays third. Got a Ferrari coming down the pit lane now, and looks like there is King David, who's also invalidated. So I think that's a bit of an anticlimactic end there, Justin. I think that is us done in qualifying here at Austria.
Yes, and actually Boothie has not even attempted to go on the track. He might have actually had a quali ban, but we're gonna have to check back with the stewards after that, because if not, then he basically gave himself basically 15 penalty points, or at least the results of them, by not participating in the qualifying at all. Hopefully he was actually able to get his setup before the race actually begins, or if not, he's going to struggle hard at Austria, especially with the elevation changes. It's going to be quite interesting today. Going to be quite interesting today. To the viewers that are still watching, I hope you guys have enjoyed the qualifying. We'll see you in a few minutes for the actual Austrian Grand Prix, but I would love to hear from you guys. Who do you guys think is going to have a chance of winning this race? If I'm going to give my prediction, I'm going to say for my top three, it's going to be Jake Saber, Freedom, and Non-Human. That's going to be my top three today. I don't see Dark Stomper keeping that first place position for the entirety of this race.
So, this is our top 10 for the end of qualifying. Dark Stomper takes pole position. Jake Saber is in second, Justin, on those medium tyres. Non-Humans in third. Freedom is fourth. King David is in sixth. Lucas of Germany is in sixth. Seventh is Bugs Bunny. Chemjazz in eighth. Apex Finley is in ninth. And 10th place for the Sad Pancake.
Yeah, it'd be quite interesting for this race, especially... I'm actually curious to see if Cons and Boothie improve, because one, Cons actually got not disqualified, but he got DNF'd from crashing off at the final turn, and also with Boothie not even setting a time, not even putting that Formula 1 car on the track, so he better have done a lot of practice today. And M10 Gaming has said that he's thinking of Bugs Bunny winning this race. Bugs Bunny is a big name in this league as well, especially for today's race. Just one of those big names, and
he's the league owner.
He is the league owner. Yes, of course, he is the league owner. So he could potentially get a big position, but just because you're the league owner doesn't mean that you're the best out there.
No, but he's certainly showing it on track these first 5 races, and we've got 10 seconds until we get underway. They're just picking their strategies for the race. Doesn't look like we're going to have any rain here today, Justin, unless you want to try and do one of your rain dances, but potentially we're not going to get any rain because it's looking really lovely and bright out there, and we'll see what colours these guys have got on their tyres, and potentially is there any white-walled hard tyres in this race. As my voice is already going, Justin, that's not great.
Just get yourself some water. I'm actually got myself my coffee with me today, yeah. Even though it's a little bit later in the day to have a coffee, but
you say that
for me it's just coffee. It's well, yeah, it's 6 o'clock for you actually, yeah, which makes it 6 is around 6:30 for you.
Well,
almost there.
6 now, yeah. 23 minutes past 6 to be precise. But anyway, to talk about tyres very, very quickly. Obviously, the only man in the top 10 starting on the mediums is Jake Saber. Everyone else is on the softs. 11th, 12th, 13th and 14th are all on the mediums. Nem Vidic and Mr. Basil, the good friends, are both on the soft tyres. DXT Cons and Boothie are also on the mediums. As Justin said, no hards to speak of as of yet in this race. And I'm really looking forward to this 36-lap race around this Red Bull Ring for round 6. Make sure to like, share and subscribe to the videos. Obviously, 4 days of streaming podcasts as well. The race review from Russia today will be out tomorrow. Tomorrow, sometime in the afternoon, that is for sure. So please make sure to check that out as well. And we're just getting ready to start this race. Justin, Dark Stomper is about to take his place on the grid, and this is certainly looking like it could be a cracker. Our Tuesday night Season 1 champion is on the front row, on pole position, with Jake Saber on those mediums in second. Is he going to get bogged down? Is Non-Human going to get the jump? And is Boothie going to do one hell of a drive here, Justin? We've only got a few seconds to find out, and we've just seen the last driver form up on the grid.
The crowd is roaring. The engines are going.
And
There's
we've got
lights, 2, 3, 4, and 5. They're revving their engines, getting it ready, and away we are. And a bad start for Jake Saber. He wasn't ready for that from starting. Oh, big crash at the end, at the beginning. That could be a safety car. That's about 4 cars, and I believe that is Jake Saber's fault there. Not actually going off at the beginning. Started in second, and now all the way down to 12th. Terrible start from him, and that potentially has caused that crash near the near the beginning of the race.
Yeah, and we're just seeing the 2 Hasses at the front now, leading the way with Freedom not too far behind. And King David is late on the brakes and almost takes his front wing off for good measure as well. And Lucas of Germany is going to try and pounce on that mistake from the Red Bull, with Bugs Bunny very, very close behind as well. The Alpines running 6th and 7th at the moment. And all close at the front, and not too much carnage. I say that, but Non-Human is round, and he does a pirouette, and he's now about to surely come into the pits for a front wing change. As he's now...
And he was slowing down trying to go into the pits, and Jake Saber is glitching all over the place on my end. As he just leaves the session, Non-Human not having the race beginning as he wanted.
He's into the pits now, and Yo-Yo is as well. And we're just seeing Dart. And Bugs Bunny is just gained a place on Lucas Germany, but he potentially might fight back. He hasn't got DRS, only good old Slipstream to get in there, but he isn't able to get alongside for a move. But who is making a move is Amir Guna and Apex
Bugs Bunny
Finley.
Almost spins out there. Bugs Bunny almost spins out on the exit of turn 4. Barely saves himself there. But yeah, I'm looking at it. Amazon, thank you for giving us the predicted pit stop strategy. It could be a 2-stop or potentially a 1-stop.
Oh, another driver's round. King David. There is carnage happening.
As well.
There is carnage happening here at the Red Bull Ring at the moment.
Lucas. Horrific beginning of this Austrian Grand Prix.
And DRS is now enabled to on board with MFC Trunders as he's running up the hill towards turns 2 and 3. DRS for him, no DRS for that Red Bull ahead. He will get it again out of turn 3. He's a bit wayward with his line into turn 3 there, but was able to keep it on the black stuff.
Oh, another spin. Non-Human spun again. On turn 8.
Driver's struggling with that turn 8 by the looks of things, as we see Yo-Yo come around the final corner. 2 drivers into the pit lane, King David as well. We may well see a safety car in this race, potentially, if you see Non-Human, who is round and facing the wrong way. I'm not able to see him on the onboard. Is he coming in?
Oh, he's going to interfere with his own teammates. Coming off of turn 10, and we might see Freedom get a position here. He has the DRS. Probably not on this DRS, but possibly on the first one, coming off of turn 1. Good exit from both of them. While Freedom is going to be using all of his DRS, and Dark Stalker is going to be using all of his ERS, trying to keep that position, which he does. Defends pretty well there. Coming off of turn 3, the quick hairpin, and now is another DRS for Freedom.
It is never-ending DRS around Austria, but it's not working well enough for Freedom, as he's not been able to make up any places. Is the Sad Pancake going to be able to? Looks to the inside on those soft tyres. No way through for the Red Bull driver, still behind the rear wing of that Alpine. The field is already starting to spread out just a little bit, but the front 2 are certainly not spread out. Got Jake Saber, who has left the session. Would you try and send him a message, Justin, if you can, just ask him to join back and retire the car?
Bradford actually just comments in the stream saying that he wants an invite. I'll get you it right now, Jake. Just give me a few seconds. Jake _ Saber dash. Got it.
And Freedom is right on the back, and they did touch towards turn 1. He gave him a nice little love tap towards turn 2. They come now, and he looks to the outside at turn 3. Is he going to get the switcheroo? No, he didn't get a good enough drive out of turn 3, and he is going to have DRS once again. Dark Stomper, of course, goes defensive. He looks to the outside at turn 4 and gets that move done, moves up into first place, takes the lead of this Austrian Grand Prix, and Bugs Bunny is going to want to get in the fight as well. It's party time for these 3 drivers towards the front, and I don't think Dark Stomper is going to give that place up likely. I'm sure we're going to see a battle all the way up towards turn 3 again. And for the big movers, Justin, Boothie is up 10 places, so when you said about him having a good pace, he certainly has. He's made up for his lack of qualifying and starting at the back.
Well, he has improved very well, but that's mainly because of that big crash at the beginning of this race.
Sorry,
and
Justin.
Also,
we got the top 3 who are all fighting for position here. All two of them behind Freedom have got DRS. Dark Stomper looks to the inside at turn 3, and he's just going to wait oh so patiently as we exit turn 3, and on the run down again with more DRS towards turn 4. It's DRS heaven here at Spielberg, and we're just coming around turn 4 now, and no move there from these 2 drivers behind Freedom, but it's certainly starting to hot up at the front on lap 6 at this Super Sunday Austrian Grand Prix.
It has picked up very much. Actually, I was not anticipating it to pick up this much, as Boothie has started from the back, making his way up to 8th. I think he's going to be in contention with those front runners. But also Jake Saber, the complete opposite for his AlphaTauri teammate, completely going from 2nd place all the way down to basically 16th near the beginning, and then back up to 13th. Horrendous start for Jake Saber, not paying attention to the lights and having more than half of the grid pass him near the 7th, near the end of the 7th lap. And now it looks like H. Bosworth has spun.
Yeah, but we're just keeping an eye on these front drivers. Blue flags are out. Not sure who for, as Bugs Bunny gets right on the back of that Haas, and he's pushing him through turn 4 as we come round turn 5, the little kink right-hander, and now through turn 6, which is a very fast and committed left-hand downhill corner.
Trunders is battling Emma Gunnar near turn 8, near turn 7 and 8. Trunders gets the position, goes up to 5th place, and King David is all the way down. Is that correct? No, it's glitching out near the end.
No, King David is down. He's pitted twice. Jake Saber is back. Sorry.
No worries. You said the words right out of my mouth, basically. But yeah, it looks like there's 2 very big battles here today.
And the biggest one is the top 2, and Dark Stomper is going to try and take that first place back, and does take the first place back into the braking zone of turn 3, and on the exit, not such a good one, nor is Freedom. Trunders is going to try and get involved now. DRS for the Mercedes and Alpine. Freedom's going to look to the outside again. Is this going to be a repeat of a few laps ago? It is. And he takes the lead back. This is great racing from the top 3.
Amazing stuff, but also we cannot forget about the 3-way battle for 4th place between Sad Pancake Amaguner and MFC Trunders, all giving a run for their money. But Sad Pancake is a little bit gaining from that pack actually, but Amaguner and Trunders are keeping up with the soft compound Red Bull car. So for the long run so far, I'd say Amaguner and Trunders are basically in the lead starting on those mediums.
Yeah, they are in a very good position as it stands. We'll have a quick look at the tyres. Yeah, those medium runners, Amaguner and Trunders, is looking really good.
Oh,
and
Alpine
Cons is round, but sorry, there's a 3-way battle again at turn 3. This is never ending, Justin. We can't take our eyes off it. It's they're switching and changing.
Pancake goes around the outside of Amaguner. Sorry there.
That's all right.
That Pancake defends the position. He's going to have the DRS. Amaguner is still going to try and battle.
And Trunders as well. He looks to the inside. It might be a double overtake for Trunders in the Alpine. He goes wide. He misjudged that. That was almost terrific, but it came off abysmal for that Alpine driver, and he gets unlapped by the Haas of non-human. So that is a bit of a disaster. Side by side, Dark Stomper is round. Bugs Bunny and Dark Stomper have now made contact. This is an absolute bonkers race. We'll hope that Dark Stomper rejoins the track safely, which he does. Bugs Bunny is now into the pit lane. Freedom has now got himself a little bit of clear air. It's now a battle for third, Justin.
Well, basically, actually, now it's a battle for second, actually.
Oh, yeah, sorry, it's a battle for second. And these three drivers were fighting it out.
Sam might get it here, actually. He has the DRS.
But, yeah, they've got Non-Human who's trying to unlap himself as well. This could get very, very interesting. Oh, this could be brilliant or end in an absolute disaster. I'm feeling Brazil 2018 all over again, but potentially not. He might have to give way as Trundles is trying to make his way through as well. And it's all going on with 10 laps only gone in this race, Justin.
Honestly, and I don't think anyone could have anticipated a start like this. You have to be some sort of psychic to anticipate a race like this. It has been full of eventful stuff here, with the big crashes near the beginning of the race, spins, really good battles, especially with the front runners of...
Justin, Dark Stomper is a glitch in the pit stop. He's still in the pit lane. He's now only just... Oh no, sorry, that was a spectator glitch. He's on track and he's in 12th place. That was very strange.
That was super strange. We're getting a lot of lag in this.
Bugs Bunny goes down the inside on those new medium tyres, makes his way up to 7th place. Mr. Puzzle gets another time penalty. That's another 3 seconds added to his race time. Not looking good for him there in the Alfa Romeo. Non-Human is now made contact with the Red Bull of Sad Pancake and caused himself an issue there. I think that's going to go to the stewards. That was a very dangerous move from the back marker.
Well, we're going to have to wait to see his point of view there, and also to everyone else's point of views, because I believe I'm a steward for Tuesday, but I could definitely help out with Sundays as well. But it looks like MFC Trundles is going to have DRS coming off of the last DRS zone. He's going to be catching up to Sad Pancake in the Red Bull. He's going to have 3 DRS zones all to himself. And Non-Human has retired in the pits now. He has given up from such an amazing qualifying position of 3rd to now out of this race. Now I can probably imagine him going to his brother's room, aka Freedom, and just watching from his point of view, to be honest. Just seeing the battle live from his bedroom. But MFC Trundles is closing into Sad Pancake. It looks like Sad Pancake is struggling with those 11-lap-old softs here. But Freedom has done very well with those softs. It's been 12 laps, and he might be going for a what? Oh, commentator's curse as he spins.
Freedom is round. Yeah, as you say, Freedom is round, and Mr. Inconsistent, as he has been in Amiguna, now moved up into the lead. How has that happened in 12 laps? It is all kicked off, and Freedom has kicked himself into the gravel, and he's probably really annoyed about that, and he spins again, and all the Ferrari almost goes into him. Great reactions there, and Bugs Bunny goes through, and he comes into the pit lane there.
Oh, Sad Pancake and Trundles off of turn 1, side by side. Looks like none of them had DRS at that point. They were so close next to each other that none of them had DRS for the first DRS zone. But now
he will have it now, Sad Pancake.
He will have it now. He's going really close to the rear wing of the Alpine. The Alpine is completely out of ERS. Looks like Sad Pancake is going to be more cautious here, especially with those 12. Are they 12 laps? Yeah, 12 lap old softs here. And I see him pitting in possibly this lap or the next one, as he is sliding a little bit coming out of the exits of turns 6 and 7.
Yeah, well, the Sad Pancake has been keeping some good pace here as he is on those soft tyres and still staying out on the 12 lap old softs and still keeping with the 12 lap old mediums, which should be the better tyre at this point as we get to about just over a third of the way through this race now.
Yes, and hold on. We might see a three-way battle between Freedom, Mr. Basil, and King David coming up for turns 8 and 9. Freedom's going to look on the inside, but he's going to back out a little bit. He's going to wait for the DRS zone. Oh, Freedom's on the inside of turn 10. King David gives Mr. Basil a little nudge, but Freedom and King David gets the position changes. Amazing stuff from both the Red Bull and the Mercedes today.
As King David just goes out of turn 1 along with Mr. Basil and Freedom, who's got a lot of work to do now. There's an Alpine who is off, or a Williams.
That's actually a Williams DX. He has not had a good race recently.
No, he's certainly been struggling. Amir Guna is still in the lead, and he did start quite a long way back in this race. He started in 12th place, so great performance from him so far. Boothie, though, up 12 places into 6th, and now drives straight into that pit lane. And Sarpenka gets 3-second time penalty. Boothie, though, put the pit limiter on really early and lost himself a huge amount of time.
He has, but he's probably going to go for the long run. He might be. He's going with the softs.
So he's
really? I thought he was going to go potentially with the hards and try and go for the rest of this race, as Freedom actually has going on the hards. As he pit on the 14th lap. Kind of interesting tactics here, especially with the pit strategy.
So the gaps have opened up a little bit. There's still Saab Pancake and Trunders quite close together, but looks like Saab Pancake is now diving into the pits. And just coming around the pit entry now, and he's got to get a good outlap here, Justin, to try and get ahead of Trunders and get that undercut to work. And there's a McLaren round there, and then Vidic, and he's able to get out of the way. There's been a few incidents, but no VSCs or safety cars to speak of just yet. Boothie,
but it's kind of surprising, especially with the crash off the lap line straight off at the start. I thought that was going to be guaranteed a safety car, but as it stands, as it was, there's no safety cars right now. But so far, we are looking at a Alpine 2 and 3 right now. We haven't seen Trunders in 2nd and Bugs Bunny, the Alpine teammate, in 3rd. Amazing stuff from the Alpine team today.
They are looking...
Alpine team, sorry.
They are looking pretty good, but Trunders and Amir Guna have been yet to pit, and Bugs Bunny, I think, has already made a pit stop. But it was an early one. There's still a few drivers who haven't pit yet. Jake Saber is another one, as you can see on your screens at the moment. As I said, the gaps are just closing up a little bit. King David is sticking to the back of Freedom, but not a surprise on those medium tyres. Chemjazz is wanting to get involved as well. 3-second time penalty for Freedom. These penalties might be influential in this race, Justin.
Oh, definitely. I remember the last time I was actually spectating Freedom, it was actually in Portimao, and he actually got 23 seconds of time penalties, where 20 of those seconds was actually glitched on the final lap, so he did get those removed. But looks like today has been a time penalty magnet at Austria today for most of these drivers. Especially
for DXT Cons, who's not having the best race and is down in 16th with 11 seconds worth of penalties. A few drivers still yet to have a penalty. I'm sure they're on a warning or two, as it's quite easy to get one around here. Dark Stomper takes the fastest lap. You're riding on board with him right now. The man who was on pole position is now down in 15th place, and he's going to want to try and make some gains, and a safety car would help, because there is a yellow flag that's out, and it's Cons again, and he's just scraping up against the wall. He can't get the car turned round, and looks like there's a fight going on between the Mercs. Freedom, there's not a fight. It's Freedom having a fight with himself, and he's into the wall, and looks like he's going to have to pit again. It's box for Freedom for a second time in this race, and it's not been the day for him. 3-second time penalty for Jake Sabre. I'm sure he's not going to give up. He's going to go on to another set and another wing change, or first wing change, should I say. Oh no, maybe a second.
It looks like DXT Cons might retire in the pits here, as he just sped into the pits, even with all of those penalties that he has. But looks like Bugs Bunny is closing in on his Alpine teammate, MFC Trunders.
Trunders in the pits.
Yep, Trunders is in the pits now, so that's going to give Bugs Bunny second place and potentially DRS. Yep, he got DRS from his teammate. Perfectly timed pit entry for Trunders as he gives his teammate DRS on the final straight. Well done to them. Good communication between them as well. Well, look, now he's closing. Now he sees. Now Bugs Bunny sees the green rear.
So he's still got some good pace. So the fight is not off for him yet for this race wins. He gets really close to the track limits there. We're going to see Amir Guna into the pits. No, not yet.
Well, I was actually just looking at it, and Bugs Bunny, from the previous laps, has been a whole second faster to Amaguna. So the tire wear is definitely being shown.
Oh, sorry.
Here.
Justin, there's a three-way fight here between the Williams of Yo-Yo and Freedom, and Freedom's being squeezed off the track by Yo-Yo. Mr. Basil is been passed by Dark Stomper. Dark Stomper's going to have a look on Freedom now as they go down towards turn 4, and he has to lunge out of the way as Dark Stomper is aggressively trying to get that place and get that 13th place away from Freedom. It looks like he's going to get the move done, or is he, as they're going to go round turn 6 now, and he does get the place on Freedom, and that's not what the Mercedes driver wanted, to be in a battle with this man. And Yo-Yo is going to try and hold these three drivers up behind.
And well, it looks like we have a battle for third place between Sapekik and Trunders during the second DRS zone, coming off to turn 5. Sapekik is squeezing him off on the outside, but the Trunders defends perfectly, but they're still side by side coming out to turn 6 and 7.
Oh, there was contact there. Yeah, there was a bit of contact there. I'm not sure who would have been
Amaguna comes in the pits now.
Fault for that. Amir Guna is in, so Bugs Bunny takes the lead of this race, and Kenjaz
three-way battle
is going to try and have a go on Trunders as well. Is there more fighting going on at the back? There is.
Yeah, four-way battle. 3 wide. Oh, now it's 2 wide. It was about to be 4 wide.
Mr. Basil tries to sneak through. He does on Trunders. He's having a whale of a time in that Alfa Romeo. Corner cutting. Gained 1 place for Dark Stomper. He's got a 5-second penalty. Not seen that warning before, but he's opted to keep it. And Freedom is round again. And did he just reset?
No, he didn't reset. He was actually nudged from Mr. Basil off of turn, I believe that was turn 7. But Freedom was able to save himself there from actually going into the wall and potentially pinning again. But a little bit aggressive for Mr. Basil, but he keeps the position, and we're still racing.
Dark Stomper made the place on Yo-Yo, and he's going to try and fight back. Freedom has lost a lot of ground now trying to fight with these drivers to get through. Pit stop strategies are still all over the place for people. Beefy's on a new set of softs, and as I say that, he gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He's just behind King David. It's sister Red Bull teams fighting with each other for 7th place at the moment. Trunders is looking pretty handy on those new tyres, but Amir Guna on the softs, I think he's maybe stretching this to the end. The McLaren is round. That's what it...
No, that's not a McLaren. That's a Ferrari. The McLaren just passed them as Lucas A. Germany has spun trying to go into the pits. And it looks like a 4-way battle there with Dark Stomper leading. Freedom has now passed Mr. Basil, and he's going to be closing down on the Williams of Yo-Yo. Freedom getting really close, going on the outside. Yo-Yo's trying to defend on the inside, but he could not defend against Freedom, as Freedom again has DRS, somehow timing it perfectly when he was overtaking Yo-Yo. And that's going to put him in DRS zone for Dark Stomper. We could see a 3 position change in less than 5 turns.
He has got DRS. Mr. Basil now overtakes Yo-Yo. As I said, he's having a whale of a time at the moment in 12th place and having some really fun battles by the seams of things. Boothie is still really close to that Red Bull, and he may take that 7th place as we go on the run to turn 3 now. This steep ascent towards turn 3. And I said DRS wide open. Battery is being deployed. Looks to the inside at turn 3. Not going to get the DRS. There's the line for the activation for the sensor to know if you're going to get DRS or not. And King David is going to fight back with DRS. It's either a love or hate situation with the DRS here at Austria. You do get a lot of switches and changes throughout your lap. And there's another spin there. I'm not sure who that was. Was that Cons again? And he's still fighting for this in this race and fighting to keep it on track. And he is into the pit lane. Bugs Bunny is in the pits. Bugs Bunny is in the pits. Justin Amayaguna just goes through. I think it's going to be pretty tight with some of these drivers. Potentially with Sab Pancake. And he just slots between the two of them. He does. Sab Pancake has just come out behind him. He's just come out ahead of Sab Pancake, sorry.
But let's see. Well, Sab Pancake is going to have DRS off of turn 3 here.
Three-way fight for 7th place, Justin, and looks like it might be a move to the inside for King David. No, just sticks himself out there, and Boothie was spooked, and that is exactly what he wanted. And DRS is also enabled, and Apex is now going to have a pop at him. He wants to have a go in towards turn 4, and they go side by side. A bit of wheel contact between the two of them. It was aggressive, but it was hard but fair, I think, and that was a good move from Apex. Dark Stomper and Freedom are fighting for position, fighting for 1 point. The Haas gets ahead of the Mercedes, and they're going to run out of turn 3 and down towards turn 4.
I'm going to be honest, I'm actually surprised this is the 25th lap. It feels like with all of this happening, it feels like it's only been about 10 laps.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, a lot of stuff has happened in this race already. And it looks like Boothie is going to be closing in on King David.
Freedom has got another penalty, and this is really going to hinder some of these drivers when the checkered flag comes out in just over 10 laps time. Another yellow, another driver round at turn 8. Is it Cons? It is. He's really struggling with this track. I don't mean to laugh, but he's just powering on. I do give him credit for that, but he's really struggling with this circuit yellow flag.
And he's out. He's out. He's completely out. He has crashed in the wall coming into the pit lane. Wait, that's a bit odd. I just saw that. Huh. Am I glitching on my end?
I think I've got it as well. We've still got a lot of problems with this 2021 game from EA and Codemasters. They do need to sort it out. Sort it out, EA. Sort out your F1 game. Could have great potential, but a lot of glitches in it, as we're seeing a lot of glitches here from the standings. I don't know if you're seeing that as well.
Yes, but Sab Pancake, well, sorry, not Sab Pancake, Bugs Bunny has taken the lead from Amaguner.
Yeah,
and Amaguner's going to try and fight back.
Pit lane for Boothie and King David. They are both pitted together. Dark Stomper is coming down the start finish along with Freedom. And this is going to be close. These two might be fighting with these drivers as they come through turn 1. And we'll just see if Freedom is going to make a move and get that 1 point back. And he goes to the outside, tries to go round the long way, and he has to brake later into turn 3. Misses the apex, gives Dark Stomper a little bit of space and gets that move done. DRS to boot as well, and he's going to be trying to hunt down Boothie in that Alpha Tower. He's moving back to the front, Justin. As you said, there's a 3-way battle for first at the moment, and it is certainly hotting up with 10 laps to go in this race.
Yep, it is, and it looks like Nemvidic has just been lapped by Yo-Yo, and Yo-Yo actually has a front row seat, basically, for this battle for first place between Bugs Bunny and Amaguner. Oh, and Mr. Basil gets a 3-second time penalty there, but I'm gonna look through the penalties right now, and I'm gonna run it through you. Bugs Bunny has 3 seconds of time penalties with Emma Gunnar on 6, Sad Pancake on 6, MFC Trunder is gonna have 3, and then Cam Justice actually has not gotten any penalties today, keeping it very clean for the Ferrari. Well done to him. Apex Finley with 9 seconds, and Jake Saber with 3 seconds. King David with 3, Boothie with 6, Freedom with 6, Dark Stomper with 5. Lucas A. Germany also in the Ferrari, also keeping it clean. A clean race for the Ferrari team today. Mr. Basil with 15 seconds, H. Bosworth with 6, Yo-Yo with 3, and then Vidic with no time penalties, but of course, he is in last place, being lapped by almost every single car today.
Yeah, Nemvidic, she's still sticking with it, and this is a circuit, I think, that is, you really either get it or you don't. It's just not got very many braking zones, not very many places to gain time or lose time. It's an awful lot of straights, and I don't personally, I love the track, but I just personally, I can't really ever hook it up here. It's quite tough for me.
I'm actually the complete opposite with you, Joe. I actually really love this track, both commentating and also racing. Like, for me, this track is like one of the easiest tracks for me in the F1 game, but everyone has their preference, I believe. So
yeah, as we see Amir Guna come round the final corner with Bugs Bunny just ahead of him. Second separates them, 3 seconds worth of time penalties separate them, Justin, and Bugs Bunny is looking in a pretty good position at the moment to potentially win this race, as we're on lap 29 of 36. You're watching Limitless DXT coverage of Super Sunday Racing here at LFR at the round 6 here at the Red Bull Ring.
Also, I am looking at the comments, and Richard, he says enjoying the stream. Wish he could have been there to reserve. I actually would have loved to see you actually race, Richard, because especially with you and Steve being good teammates in other leagues, you two are really, really quick, and I just loved having you near commentary when we were doing the interview. At I believe it was, where was that to? Where did we have that? When you were reserving, Richard. My mind has gone blank now, but yeah, it was always fun to have you here and just showing your skills. I think you could have potentially been up there today, especially with the big crash at the beginning. But yeah, hope to hear from you soon, Richard. Hope to hear from you soon.
Freedom and Boothie are fighting on track at the moment, and Freedom gains a position, goes up to 9th place. Dark Stomper is just in the background there in the Haas and is hoping to gain that place also. And switches and changes there because Trunders is in the pit, soft tyres for the Alpine man, and he comes through the pit lane now, and Jake Saber goes through. King David is coming around the final corner. He's going to come out ahead of King David, that's for sure. Mr. Basil gets another time penalty, but we'll see if Trunders can gain any time now. We're going back to this front two, and we're just going to have to wait and see what happens and see if Bugs Bunny does acquire any more time penalties. Obviously, for his sake, he doesn't want to be doing that at all because he's pretty comfortable at the moment where he is, and now he's got a 3-second time penalty. There was a commentary curse. 6 seconds now, it's all to play for. That has now probably raised Amir Guna's heart rate just a little bit, Justin. He can now potentially win this race, and he might have been saving a little bit of battery. He has got a little more than Bugs Bunny. If he's listening, I've just given that one away, but he's probably going to be waiting. And I would say, Justin, in the last few laps of this race, second place, if you're just behind in DRS range, that is potentially the best place to be at the end of the Grand Prix.
Yeah, because you could get a shotgun exit off of the final turns and gain a position. But now, Emma Gunnar, all he has to do is just stay as close to the rear wing of Bugs Bunny as possible, while also keeping it clean. He's actually testing the waters here with these curves. So all I can do, give advice for him now, is either battle him but keep it clean, or don't even battle and keep it clean and just see if Bugs Bunny will get another time penalty. Because Bugs Bunny has been testing the waters with those curves as well, with that racing line of his. But yeah, now it looks like 5
Sorry,
laps left.
Dark Stomper is now on the inside of Boothie. He's got the job done. And
H. Bosworth and Mr. Basil off of turn 3.
The
H. Bosworth's going on the inside.
The Alfa Romeo teammates are fighting it out, and H. Bosworth has come out on top, and 18 seconds worth of penalties for Mr. Basil. That is not a good performance in terms of time penalties. They're still fighting away. We cut back away because we thought the job was done, but it wasn't. And now it is done, and H. Bosworth has got that 13th.
Oh, Apex Finley is catching the Chemjazz off of turn 3 again. He actually eases off. He's going to wait. Oh, hold on. I think Apex Finley's low on fuel.
He might be. He might be just trying to save a little bit. We haven't had a safety car in this race. A lot of drivers try and hope that there's going to be a safety car. Yeah, he is saving fuel. It's exactly what he's doing.
Fuel. So that's going to give Jake Saber the opportunity.
Yeah, it will. He has still got DRS though, and he has got a bit of battery to play with. But some of these drivers might have to start fuel saving now, of course. A new thing in the F1 game. You can't change your engine mode. So it's all about fuel saving. If you underweigh the car a little bit, it's something you really have to learn the knack for. I think Jake Saber might be doing the same as well. This might come down to the final lap once they get enough fuel on board. Apex, though, I think he wants to stay where he is, Justin. I say that. Jake Saber is going to look to the inside at turn 1. Is he going to look on Chemjazz as well? No, but he might do on exit as he goes across the DRS line and swooshes past that Ferrari and goes up into 4th place. But Chemjazz has got no penalties.
Chemjazz as well. Oh, amazing! Shooting on the inside of Chemjazz up at turn 3, getting the job done, also getting DRS as well to then battle Jake Saber for 4th place. And we have a caution near the end. It's going to be a blue flag as Amaguner and Bugs Bunny have been caught off guard by the Alfa Romeo team. And that battle is still alive. And
Amaguner has got a 9 seconds worth of penalties now, and he was in a comfortable spot, but not anymore. And he can hope and pray that Bugs Bunny gets another penalty as well, and that might have cost him this race. Bugs Bunny, our championship leader, might be taking another win in Super Sunday Racing. Who can stop this man from getting the championship as we're getting towards the half stage?
Well, it looks like it's near the end. We should actually start talking about our top 3 for driver of the day, Joe.
Yeah, so we'll have a quick chat about that. Just quickly though, guys, in the comments, if you've been watching the stream, just out of curiosity, is the stream quality much better today or not? Just let us know in the comments if any of you are just solely watching, not racing. Amir Guna has got to go up for one of the drivers of the day, Justin. To be honest, Justin, I'd say Amir Guna, Bugs Bunny, and probably Boothie from starting at the back, gaining those 8 places. It might be 9 places as those drivers are very, very close together.
Actually, I would have to disagree with you there. I'll probably go with Boothie's teammate Jake Saber as my 3rd choice. Even though he had a terrible start from 2nd place all the way down to near 15-16, he has fought his way back up to 4th. Even with those time penalties, he is surrounded by time penalties. So, making his way back up to 4th from having such a terrible start, I think it is amazing on my end. But for me, my top 3 is going to have to be Bugs Bunny, Amaguner, and Jake Saber, and not Boothie.
Okay, we'll go for that. I think I was just deep in thought about that. And I think, I'll agree with you on that. So that is our top 3 for driver of the day. Boothie doesn't like the sound of that, and he's trying to get a good move done on Dark Stomper. He does. What a move from Boothie. I think he's listening to us. Justin disagrees and tries to get himself on the rostrum for driver of the day. Dark Stomper doesn't like that one little bit, but Boothie is only doing it for pride. We're on the final lap now, Justin. And Bugs Bunny, who has gained a considerable amount of positions, 6 positions to get into the lead of this race, and is coming down towards turn 4 for the final time. Amir Guna is now conceded that when he was so close and now just backed off, obviously trying to save the fuel, I think, to make sure he gets himself across the line. And we're just watching.
I'm actually kind of curious, has Apex Finley actually preserved enough fuel for himself at this point?
We'll have to wait and see. As we see Bugs Bunny come around the final corner in that Alpine. Sky's the limit here at Spielberg for Bugs Bunny. Takes the win in the Austrian Grand Prix. Amir Guna comes home in second place. And third on the road. There's some battling going on for position. Dark Stomper gains on Boothie, as we're going to see Sam Pancake cross the line. And are these drivers still going to fight it out through turn 6? They do. And side-by-side action there. Don't want to be getting too aggressive here with their points. Boothie goes through into 9th place. Seeing these drivers now cross the line. We see Ken Jazz move up to 4th. 5th place, 6th place goes down to Jake Saber. Apex is in 7th. King David crosses the line, goes 8th. Boothie is now going to come across the line, going to lose that position to Dark Stomper. Lucas A. Germany, who has got no time penalties, Justin, and he's, I think, was one of the only men to get, not to get time penalties, moves up into 10th place.
Amazing race today. What a lot of controversial things that happened, especially near the at the beginning of the race. So we're gonna have to check with the replays of that. But yeah, the game's driver of the day is Amaguner, but I think today it could potentially be the main man up top there, Bugs Bunny. Oh yeah, actually, M10 Gaming says he told us Bugs Bunny was the one underdog. Well, he's not technically an underdog. He is leading in the championship. So it's not really an underdog story, but he has won, and well done for you, M10 Gaming, to actually calling that out. A shout out to you, my friend. But would you like to go down?
Yeah, let's run down the grid. So Bugs Bunny takes the win. Once again, our championship leader extends his lead in Super Sunday's championship. Amir Guna is in second. Good race for the Dutchman. Sam Pancake is in third. Chemjazz comes home in fourth. Good drive from the Canadian. And MFC Trunders is in fifth. Sixth is Jake Saber. Apex Finley is in seventh. Eighth for King David. Dark Stomper is in ninth. Lucas of Germany is in 10th. Boothie is in 11th. 12th is Freedom. 13th was H. Bosworth. Yo-Yo is in 14th. 15th is Mr. Basil. 16th was Nem Vidic. DXT Cons and Non-Human did not finish this race.
No, unfortunate for them. Super unfortunate for them. But amazing stuff today. And actually, M10 Gamer is actually Bugs Bunny. He just said that. So good to hear from you, my friend. Good to hear from you. But looks like for Monday Night Racing, tomorrow is actually going to be at Hungary. So I don't know my confidence at that track for tomorrow, to be honest.
Yeah, Hungary is certainly a tricky one. So as Justin said, we got Hungary tomorrow, 2 weeks in a row. Tuesday last week, Monday this week. And as I said, Justin's not looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that because I quite like to commentate on Hungary. Tuesday, we're going
in the easy box.
Tuesday, we're going to the Temple of Speed. It's to Monza, Italy, to the home of the Tifosi, to go for Tuesday night round 7. I'm getting confused now.
I'll quickly check for you. Well, tomorrow I think it's round 8.
I think it's round 8 tomorrow, so that is on Tuesday, so that is going to be very interesting. As I said, keep a lookout for the Pointless Point podcast tomorrow. Make sure to hit that notification bell. Please make sure to like, share and subscribe. 150 subscribers by the end of this season is my, and I think a lot of other people's target, I hope. Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure to be back with me tomorrow night at 7:30 UK time. My voice is definitely going now. UK time for the Hungarian Grand Prix, and you're going to see Justin in that Ferrari on track, so make sure to check that out. Anyway, it's goodbye from me and from Justin.
It's a goodbye from me. and we will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.